And hello everyone, this is Sammy here. So today we got a game between two players. There's a 1v1 Arabia, and here we have in the color purple, L Clan Alive, playing as the Huns. His opponent is playing the color blue down in the southern part of the map, and he is the newcomer. And he is also playing a Hun. So we got a Hun versus Hun mirror matchup. So we just got the basics coming down, 6 villagers onto the sheep, sitting in the next 3 to the lumber, and then the 11th villager going to go get the boar. And so let's see what the scouting and the map of purple looks like. Alright, so he is just getting his first boar in, and second boar in. And if you guys are wondering about the like why is the farm looking like that, that is actually a mod I have installed. And if you're interested in getting that mod, just head over to Voobly, and there's something called a Voobly mod workshop basically, and you can install it from there. It's really wonderful in addition to Voobly. So let's look at his gold. His gold is in a forward location, so it's not in the best location if it was in the back or so. His lumber is also in the forward position, so the lumber is pretty far away in this map. So if a player were to get archers or something, and he could just cut off the player's lumber supply, he could basically secure this game for himself. But let's see what happens here. So you got his gold in the front. He got his only wood sources over here. The closest one to him. That's the closest one to him. Berries in the back, stone in the back. The stone over here stuck in the corner. So yeah, let's look at how the newcomer is doing. Getting 2 farms up. Also on his second boar. Let's see. He's sort of in a crater. Yeah, in a crater. So basically, his opponent just has to camp up on the hills, and he could pick off a few units. Especially his gold. His gold is also in a crater, and that is a very bad thing. So plus points, minus points for both players. I would actually give the plus point to the newcomer, even though he's in a crater. His resources seems to be in a better location, you could say, because if the newcomer can get his game on, he just has to cut off the supply of purple. But we'll see what happens here. And so we see both players should be going to the feudal age now. We see L Clan going to the feudal age first compared to newcomer. And I'm going to slow down because I know I'm doing this live, so hopefully the quality is not that bad. Because I realized if I just record it personally, like on my home desktop, the quality is much lower. So we see that newcomer has walled up this location right here, forcing his opponent to run through where his town center can do some damage to the units that walk by, as we saw that scout just got butchered right there. So we see that L Clan is going forward on this map. He has placed down 1 archer range, and he also has placed down a barracks. So also placing down a spearman. So this scout cavalry should be taken out. A second spearman is also in the field, and that scout goes down. And yeah, the spearman will be taken out if they actually engage. So we see that L Clan is right here. I'm just calling him Alive. Yeah, Mr. Alive right here. He's placing down a mining camp, so you can just mine the stone right here. I'm guessing he wants to tower his opponent in right here. I wonder if he sees, if Mr. Alive sees where his opponent's goal is. Yes, he does, but for right now, he's just keeping the focus in the front of the base. And with 2 spearmen up on the playing field, that will be wonderful because he has his own counter skirms, but he also has infantry damage that can go up right up to the face of these skirms. And we see 3 villagers coming up from the newcomer and just trying to push Mr. Alive out of his base. But it's kind of back and forth right now. We see by economic score, or just by the score total, that the newcomer is ahead, is doing much better than Mr. Alive is at this point. But we see right here, yeah, so these villagers are going and doing their damage. We have one skirm that was taken out, but he is doing his what he's supposed to do. He is scattering these skirms of his opponent. It's only the spearmen that are going to be doing the damage to his villagers. But once again, once your villagers have loom, spearmen versus villager, yeah, this spearmen's are not too much of a threat. They're just a pain in the neck. So at this point, yeah, we can't really see who's actually going to be winning this game because we see that they both are reinforcing their side of the battlefield. So I'm just gonna speed it up just a little bit right there. There you go, just so we can get this small little skirmish out of here. So like I said, I was live streaming and I have my wonderful chat right here, and I actually have a player, Huff, commenting on there. And it seems like he's been tuning into quite a few of my streams lately. So yeah, if you guys want to tune into my stream, I'm trying to get a daily time schedule, but it is recording. Right now it's like 9:31 right here. I told him I would be streaming at 9 o'clock, but fair enough. So yeah, back and forth right here. Both players, at this point we can say, well, we really can't say much at this point. Both players are trying to get the hill advantage, so it's basically on an equal playing field at this point. And there we go, we got the same action that the newcomer did being done by Alive, and that is sending up the villagers up to the face of these skirmishers, so these skirms will have to scramble away and spread out where they can easily be picked off. So now we see that the newcomer was able to push off these villagers and those skirms, but Mr. Alive was able to build up a tower, and that neglected this. That's basically negated this lumber camp right here. So we see that the newcomer can no longer use this as his location of getting lumber or wood supply. But that is one thing when you go to the feudal age, you should always do is you should always split your lumber. So, for example, if this was his original and only lumber supply, he would be in big trouble right now. But the thing is, he split it into two, so even if one is getting attacked, the other one can still be bringing in supply. So we saw some action going on over here. So we see that Alive has built up a stable, and when your opponent goes for a lot of skirms, the best thing to do is to go for the scouts. One, because scouts, they do quite a bit of damage in the feudal age with a 3+2 attack, and they also get quite a bit of armor. And so yeah, we can ignore what Huff is saying there because he's a custom scenario player, and he has really no interest in random map games. So yeah, basically, Alive was able to keep the battlefront away from his base, so that is good. And we can see that he is going to go on a defensive now because we see the score is kind of a bit apart, just like it's near to 1,000 points apart, 100 points, sorry, 100 points apart. So he's building up a defensive watchtower. Things not looking too good for him, but we see that scouts are on the playfield and they are going out there and picking off one villager down, and they should be picking off another right there. And there we go, my moderator is on the stream. So 3 scouts from purple, and we see 3 counter scouts from blue, and he is one thing that purple did succeed in doing is making sure getting those villagers off their task, and they are no longer collecting gold. Sorry, I'm kind of really worried about how the audio quality and video quality is going to be on this video because I'm not using the regular program I would, which just slows down my game completely. But hopefully this is not too bad. So we see another archer range coming down from Alive, so we're going to be seeing probably some archer action soon unless they continue with the skirm, spearman, and scout combination. And there you go, engage. So at this point, we see that the newcomer is at a disadvantage. 1, he is downhill, and 2, he's just getting picked off because these scouts over here, they're not able to do their damage completely. They're getting pushed back, but they are probably going to be able to pick off a few archers. No, they are not. And so yeah, prioritizing his shots, he is aiming at those archers rather than these scouts. Because 1, scouts, they're just going to soak up the damage. And yep, so the tables have turned, and once again, Alive is pushing the newcomer back into his base. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to speed it up just a little bit. So we see that the newcomer is trying to get out some archers on the playing field, but what he needs is a few spearmen. But what a spearman's going to do when your opponent has ranged units on top of sitting on top of a hill? So yeah, things are not looking good for a newcomer at all at this point. But he is using what he used last time. He's sending his villagers up to engage these skirmishers and try to get him out of the base. So yes, he looks like Alive will be have to pull back because these scouts are getting in there along with those spearmen and these archers that he has on the battlefield, and he's took out the whole army. So we only got 2 scouts and 2 archers left for Alive on this side of the playfield. So both players are going to be just stocking up on food and resources to advance to the next stage, or are they going to be gathering up supplies to make an army? And at this point, we can quickly say that they are trying to gather supplies because we're going to go into feudal age combat, long feudal age combat at this point, because the resources completely say that, and they both are just rebuilding up their damage because they do not know which the other is going to do at this point. And yeah, that is true, as my moderator on the stream says. Fun fact, skirmishers have a hidden attack bonus versus spearman line, and that is true. That is why once you get in Imperial Age, you see a lot of skirms in there. One, because in long spearman, late game, you don't have much gold, but spearmans, they're, at least skirms, they just do a lot of damage, and they will be doing the counter to those spearmans, halberdiers, or pikemen, depending on what your opponent makes. So right here we see that the scouts are sitting there idle. There we go. Now they're changing their to probably aggressive stance or something. So this game is just going back and forth right now. We just see it seems like Live should be taking this game, this battle right here. It seems fairly even, but that one scout that came out and reinforced that battle definitely just won it, and now he's having to retreat once again and going to be reinforced by 2 more scouts and 2 more archers. So yeah, we're just going to be going to long feudal age feudal war right here. So I did change my audio settings, so hopefully this is a little better. I've been messing with it a lot, like which format sounds better, which one can I increase the bit rate and all that stuff. So hopefully this is a little bit better than what it was this morning, because I've been streaming all day today, basically a lot. So once again, yeah, the fact that Alive was able to build his military buildings in the front, up close to the newcomer, is helping him out really in this case, because he's not having to build all of his army from the back and send him forward. He's keeping the pressure on the newcomer at this point. So I'm just going to speed it up just a little bit, and I don't want it to just like blur out. That's why I'm having to stop it each time, but I'm just speeding it out when it gets slow, which I really like. So yeah, this is really going back and forth, but the fact that he has quite a few archers and a few skirms in there is really going to be helping him out, because he has skirms, not skirms, he has spearmen in there, whereas his opponent has nothing. Yeah, there's Huff trying to do a little parody or spoof of my moderator there, saying 10 archers is better than 100 skirms. And there you go, that message gets deleted. And the thing about Newcomer is, and the thing that Alive is doing great, is that he's keeping his opponent's villagers from keeping to their task and everything. I don't know, I'm not too sure how to word that correctly, but he's making sure they are not continuously getting the supplies they should be. He's making the newcomers having to use his villagers as military units, basically. And we see that Blue is having to throw up a watchtower. He's desperately trying to put up that watchtower, and he succeeds in there. But the thing is, these archers are going to be going and capping at his base, especially when you got quite a few scouts over there, and scouts are being reinforced by the looks of it. We got 1 more scout in. So yeah, this archer is going to camp at the base and going to be able to pick off quite a few units, but he is now low on scout count, and that's not going to be good at all, because one, he is still being able to take tower, or he's still getting tower fire, basically you could call it, and there, his whole army's annihilated because of that tower. So he's having to sit back and lick his wounds, and it seems like he's going to be sending a flank down to the right side of the map, and there are 3 scouts coming from from the side. So he's trying to flank his opponent, and that's yeah. So we see the newcomer is trying to use his time and go aggressive where his opponent just got his army taken out, and it seems like he's going to succeed. And we'll see if Mr. Alive can. Yeah, he's quickly walling it up very quickly, and putting down another lumber camp. So not too much damage could be done, or actually it could be done right here, but we'll see what happens over here. So these three scouts are just sitting there, waiting for an engagement to happen here, so where he could like just come in back and just flank his opponent. So over here, let's see what the damage comes. So garrisoning the tower, putting a few villagers into the town center. Not just probably just one by the looks of it, because no archer fire is coming from there. And there it is. So yeah, no, I was wrong. It was just out of his line of sight. So picking out one unit there, and it seems like we're going for an engagement back here, and deleting off those farms because he did not want to risk those farms being taken away the second they were laid down. Because you can do that, and that'll make your opponent lose 60 wood. For example, if you place down a farm it's not even built yet, your opponent can just strike it once and it'll be taken out, and you will lose 60 wood. And taking quite a bit of fire from the tower, but still he's just going around and doing a little raid party and just taking out units wherever he can. But he needs to not neglect his base at this point, because those scouts were in there and they were doing a little bit of harassment over there, just keeping those villagers from doing their true task, which is to gather the supplies. And so yes, gathering more supplies, more troops over here. So we're probably going to be seeing. I wonder if these units have enough range to pick off right here. I'm not too sure. We see an engagement going on over here, but with the newcomers having to retreat his forces, and they're just being attacked on their way. So nothing too much going on over there. So yes, engagement right here. See, like not this farm will be taken out. I mean, like a farm that's freshly placed. It has not even seeded completely, or even partially. Ooh, this engagement is not in the favor of Alive at this point, because actually now the scouts have been reinforced, so he has a chance of winning this engagement, but he is fighting downhill. But he is likely going to be outnumbered in the scouts. But no, he did a wonderful job right here, and he's holding out in there. Oh, and we see the newcomer has reinforced his own military troops with his own archers, and he might just take this. Yeah, he seems to be able. He's going to take this. He has his own scouts in there, and he also has his archer line. And yeah, he's going to be taking this. It is in his own land, so the battle is in his own territory, so he's going to be reinforcing the units faster than Alive is going to be. Oh, I did not play the music. I should be playing that. And there we go. We got a little bit of music in the background. It's just some classical I was downloaded. It's not completely violin or anything, which I wish it was, but it's just something in the back, so when I'm not talking, which is rarely, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So Alive has been keeping the pressure on this game the whole time, which is nice, and which is something you should always be doing. So we see more scouts coming from the right-hand side of the screen. And they're probably going to be coming right here where the battle's going to be on this side. So he's just trying to use every distraction he can to his advantage. And he's going to be losing all these archers, but he's trying to pick off all he can. But yeah, he's going to be losing that army over there. So there we go. We got the 4 scouts coming in from this side, and they're going to be going for the stone miners by the looks of it. I'm just going to switch to the point of view live. And yeah, he's going for those stone miners, and the stone miners will be taken out. One down, and this one might get picked off. Just might. And we see that the newcomer is sending his army forward onto Alive's base, and that miner just might get picked out. One more shot. One more. There we go. Gets picked up, but you better get out of there before that spearman gets any damage in. He was going forward, but then he saw like, oh crap. My opponent has quite a few scouts, and he has quite a few archers. Not favorable to engage just yet. He needs a few more archer line troops. Actually, yeah, no, he sounds pretty even. He looks about right. I'm pretty sure he can handle this. No, he can. But he has a single skirm in there. He's having to pull back. And now it's not favorable for him to engage at all. And look at that. We got 2 moderators. I haven't seen this one in quite a while. It's been some time, actually. And there you go. Now it's favorable for him to engage because these scouts are trapped in downhill. And these archers up here are still uphill, so it's not too great. It's just going back and forth at this point. As you can see, the score is really neck and neck. No, neither one of these players are anywhere close to advancing to the next stage. They both are getting their resources and exhausting them ASAP. And so yeah, it's just basically scouts, and one of the players is going to be throwing in a few spears here and there. But yeah, it's just really back and forth this time. I'm just going to speed up just a little bit. And there you go. Using the walling to advantage, so where only one scout can be doing the damage, whereas all of these archers can be doing their archer fire. Alright, so the town center is giving a fire, and this tower, this archer is going down. So the battles are mostly in the territory of the newcomer. So he's often winning the engagement, but he is getting he's falling behind in the economy basically, just a little bit, just because he's having to use his villagers to as military units here and there. And the battle's always in his ground, so he's always having to garrison his villager and all that good stuff, basically. So these farms are really nice. You should really go into download the mod from the Voobly Mod Center. It's really nice. They also got the terrain mod in there. And okay, so we see a forward movement by Blue over here, and it's just really going back and forth at this point. So we'll see who wins this engagement. The scouts have 1 armor, and yeah, both scouts have 1 armor. This archer has only the range upgrade, whereas the newcomer has his range upgrade and also his armor upgrade. Ooh, who's gonna take this? More archer lines being reinforced from blue, whereas yeah, it seems like Alive's gonna have to pull back, or he's gonna lose just about everything. Is really going in favor of the newcomer at this point, just because he's able to reinforce. Actually, I might have to take that back. Those 3 scouts I just sent in may turn the tide. And no, I was right. The newcomer is able to take this. And no, I was wrong. The battle was closer to the reinforcement line of purple at this point. So yeah, but he did quite a bit of damage. The newcomer was able to get in there, but overall, just because purple is able to reinforce much faster, and so that's why he won the battle. And there you can see the score is just about 700 points difference. And thank you for dropping by, Con. I really appreciate it. You've been helping me out a lot lately, and good night to you. So there we go. We got a bit of scout harassment in there, and no, that scout's going to be taken out very easily. And so we got scouts coming from the western side. And do they have any armor upgrade? Yes, they got the 1 armor upgrade, so that will be doing them some good. But not too much. He's just getting in there doing their damage. He's going to be losing probably all or nothing or something. Yeah, he's just getting in there and keeping his opponent from getting his supplies. And these archers, seems like, where are they going to go? They're not coming here. They're probably, yeah, they're going back here. Let's see. He knows there's farms back here, and he seems like he's going to go pick off down there. And like I said, he should have pulled back, but no, he went in there. He's trying to keep his opponent from catching up in the economy. And we see scouts coming in from the eastern portion too, and they're just going to damage. So these scouts that are going forward, if they don't pull back, a lot of damage will be done from this side. And these villagers have chopped down enough wood to the point that these archers are going to be able to pick them off now. And picking off 1 villager there, and more scouts coming from this side. We see a scout going forward on this side, 3 scouts and 2 archers just to meet it, and 2 spearmen in base, so nothing too much to worry about, because a lot more damage is being done on this southern part of the map. And so a scout getting picked off, that might not get picked off, that will not get picked off, so he should probably use these and try to take off a few units. And there's a GG coming in from the newcomer, and we just saw that coming a while ago, just because it was going back and forth, and once the score difference exceeded more than like 300 points, we knew it was going to go to Alive. So we saw 1 game from him, Yeah, Alive just completely took this game. It was really neck and neck at much of this game, but once the economy, it's just the economy that just got in this to this because much of the villagers were having to be garrisoned so the tower could fire out these units and they had to be garrisoned in town center and all that, or they even had to be used as military units and to go forward and attack those skirms and all that. So that was the reason that took out that basically made newcomer lose this game. So that was game one. I will also be doing game two, but I'll be closing the stream and restarting it because I'm too lazy to actually compile them all together. That's just too much work. I'm gonna have to do it anyway, but this just seems more efficient. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in game two.